Yeah, I know, I'm a child. What it do, ladies and gentlemen? Or maybe just lady and gentlemen. I got bored with playing video games and posting them all the time, so here I am. I just want to talk about some stuff and things that I got on my mind. I'm really, really tired. I went to go play paintball. I'm just trying to regain my composure, and it's way too hot for this sweater. I got really tired, like I said, had a lot of pizza. Probably was not the best course of action, but living life in the fast lane, you know? At least some recent events that have occurred right now. Nothing major. Just the start of my spring and last semester at California State University. So whoop whoop right there. 4 different group projects for 4 different classes, one of which I am the leader of. I will say this one time though, very recently actually, I have a very sarcastic sense of humor. I thought my jokes were landing pretty nicely, but one of them wasn't so keen on them. One of them had this really pessimistic view on Tinder or like dating sites like Tinder, and he thinks that they're there just for one thing and one thing only, and it can't be anything else. And I hit him with a who hurt you, bro? And I like tapped his shoulder a little bit, which may have been a mistake. He looked at me like, dude, just stop, okay? Just stop. Your jokes are coming off as really, I think the word was really sarcastic or really underhanded. It was something to the effect of that or whatever. And that put a stop to me real quick. I mean, usually I'm not as self-aware as that, and I couldn't catch myself before that happened, but it is what it is. He stopped me, and now we have a better understanding, thankfully. Valentine's Day was not too long ago. Obviously, you know how your boy does it. He was out on his bed alone. I tried to get a date, and then I tried again later in the week. What are you gonna do? You know, you can't be mad. You just gotta move on. Hope for the best. I've been hitting the gym a lot more regularly these days. I'm feeling really good about myself. I no longer feel like a useless piece of shit more than I already am. I'm drinking more water, and just to prove it to you, I got this lightsaber. I already showed it to you earlier, but I got this lightsaber. It's the Rey's Jedi training one. I like turning it on and swinging it around and protecting my virginity, just like any normal human being would. Still chugging along on Tinder and Hinge. Not really much results coming from there. Oh, I found this well, I didn't find it, but I heard this dope ass rock song that comes from a little movie called Birds of Prey. I'm gonna play a little bit of it right here. I just helped my friend who was stuck with her car battery. We maybe sat there for 20 or 30 minutes or so, just leaving the cables on the battery, and I brought it back from the dead, Undertaker style. She was able to drive away. But I should say though that it's really important that you should know how to jump a car, or at least get the latch unlocked from the hood of your car. I have never touched the hood of a Toyota because it's too poor for me. I'm only familiar with Volkswagens, Mercedes-Benz, Tesla, a Hummer, Subaru, you know, basic cars. I'm volunteering at the Corona Public Library. It's just in their homework center. What I do is that I help kids from kindergarten to 6th grade with their homework. Pretty straightforward. Working with kids is an interesting experience because I myself don't want kids, and to be not forced, but to volunteer to work with kids on my own is strange for me. These kids are really interesting, and they absorb so much of what is around them. I had this kid that could understand to an extent my sarcasm. I'm not trying to be mean to these kids. I'm not trying to mess up their lives or destroy their self-esteem. I just like to poke fun a little bit at the things that they do. For example, this one child I was watching, he was chewing on his sweater like that. I just asked him, how's the sweater taste, man? And then he looked back at me and he got it, and he like giggled and laughed or whatever. There's actually an instance where like this kid, this 6th grader actually, he surprised me so much because of how pessimistic he was. I would say something to him, or I would read a math problem, and his response is always just, why? If a math problem said, Mary has 3 coconuts and Mary gets 2 more coconuts, but she gives away 1 coconut, How many coconuts does she now have? He would say,
well, why doesn't Mary just not give away her coconut? That's stupid. Just keep them all.
he had this outlook on life. I just straight up asked him after a little while, because I was like so curious with his mind, and I asked him, hey kid, what is it that makes you think this way? What's going on in your head, man? I really want to know. And he said to me, well, life is just like, it starts out good, it gets kind of better, and then after a certain point, like, it just goes all the way downhill. And that fucking blew my mind, because I could not believe the words that were coming out of this child's mouth. It's a wild ride. Do you guys think that In-N-Out is only good when you don't have In-N-Out for a while? This lady who used to happen to work at In-N-Out, she said to me just randomly in the conversation, like, that's right. That's completely right, 100%. And I just find that interesting, because I find In-N-Out to be super delicious every single time I go. So many things are gonna happen super fast, like in a short amount of time. Because, damn it, I'm gonna graduate. I'm gonna go travel for a little while, 2 weeks. And then I have to get a job. I have to get a full-time job. And I'll be working with my father, probably eventually taking over the family business, which is kind of daunting, because the thing has been in business for like 34 years. 34 years coming this April, I believe. And I don't want to mess that up, because it's a lot of pressure. The statistics for second generation family members taking over a family business is like really low in success rate. You know what? I kind of want to shout out some people, because they're really fun and nice to me. I got this cool friend named Caitlin. She's cool. I got this cool friend named Jack. He's also cool. He's that Brit that I was talking about a little while ago in a Call of Duty video, I think. Josh. Hi, Josh. I said I'd shout you out last time, but I didn't shout you out. Sorry. Mireille and Karina, they're really nice. Alberto, Johan, Andy, Joseph, and Raul. Oh, and George. Sorry, George. I'm going to just end on this. If you haven't already, because I was talking to some people not too long ago saying, like, I should make more friends. I think all it takes is just a handshake. It's really, really helpful. Like, it just introduced me to a lot of people that I normally would not have said hi to. This past Thursday, I was in an elevator, and I just happened to get caught with one other person. I just normally would just, keep to myself, and I wouldn't say anything, but I just said, hi, how's it going? Good morning. And she replied back, and then we had a full-blown conversation. I got to know her name. She went from music to business, and she's a singer. I don't know if I'll ever see her again, but if she's watching this, which she probably not, hi, Riley. I believe your name is Riley. One more thing. You guys should definitely take advantage of the people you have in your life. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, like, take advantage in that you should say you care about them, and you should speak your mind and opinions and whatnot to them, because it's really important that people know. With the death of Kobe, that being so sudden, my father's experiencing a similar thing with an anniversary of a death. Seeing how he deals with it and seeing how people are dealing with the death of Kobe, it makes people think, when people die this suddenly, people think to themselves, like, man, I should really take the time to appreciate the people in my life. And I really, really would encourage you to do that also, because I try now to make it a point that I say to my parents, I love you. I say hi to my little brother and sister, which I normally did not, which sounds kind of crazy or not. But I say hi to them as much as I can. I say bye to them as much as I can. I make sure I try to say hi and bye to everybody, and, make sure they get home safe and they take care, and, I appreciate them and whatnot. Just, love people as much as you can, because it's a really, really nice thing. Bye. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.